going. Well, didn't have a wave rider trade, couldn't get a fill. But the thought was right. The idea was correct. Let me get back. Okay, here we are. I'm going to have to get over here. Okay, now looking at this pattern that I want to see here, I want to see the pink bar go all the way underneath channel. It's not going to do that. No, it's not going to do that. Okay, so there's nothing going on with this pattern for today. We'll have to give it a lot more time. But let me go back to show you what yesterday at 12:30 trade. Here we are. We're walking it through. Okay, didn't miss anything here. Okay, here we are, 12 o'clock. Getting up, waiting for the FOMC announcement. Here it is here. So where did it go? Well, it went up. It came back down. Here we are. We're underneath the channel. Okay. Hello. Hello. Be a buyer. Woo. Hello. There you go. Yep. And that's what you do. So with Wave Rider, you know you're going to get a sell up here. And if it goes down far enough, you might even end up getting a buy up here. But on this pattern, I just want to show you how you blend them together is sometimes difficult because they all are happening together and you're making money on one or the other or both if you can get them going. But the whole point is you're making money. And this should give you some really good confidence, in my opinion anyway, for trading reports. This is what you're going to want to look for. You want to look for the explosion, the pullback, first blue bar, you buy. Why? It went up, came back down. Okay, it's going back up. I got a terrible fill too on that, but as you can see, it went up 7 points, so not a big deal. And then Wave Rider, of course, is giving you the sell in the meantime, the rollover sell. So you're catching it on the way down. You miss the explosion unless you have a Wave Rider buy, which is what we ended up doing on Friday. Remember that? Remember the big, incredible explosion on Friday? We had a Wave Rider buy. Went down, almost stopped me. Well, not almost. Almost doesn't count because it didn't get stopped out. Went 4 ticks against me, and ended up giving me 10 full points. Rolling 10 full points. If you can believe that. That's incredible. Those kind of things don't happen too often in the course of a year, but the setups happen almost daily. These kinds of setups happen almost daily. One of my favorite patterns. That's where the 10:05 trade comes from. That's where the 9 o'clock or 9:45 trade comes from. It's all within that time frame. Is usually when it all happens. Happens every day with, generally speaking anyway, with the opening flurry. On every report that's volatile enough to move the market, shake the market, it happens all the time there. No matter what time of day they are. That's why these FOMC days are good. At least recently they've been very good. But Wave Rider's going to click in when it's supposed to, and then if it's not in the Wave Rider zone, this is the pattern that I look for, is the explosion, the pullback that's underneath the channel, and of course here we are underneath the channel, 3 or 4 points or so, and then bang, first blue bar, after this happened and started rallying, I knew it was going to go. I mean, you just knew that it was going to go. That elastic was just pulling there. So anyways, that's the pattern to look for. So that's what I was looking for briefly over here. It didn't happen. So shot up, pulled back, didn't pull back far enough. And in the meantime, Wave Rider did, of course, give the sell, but there was no fill for Wave Rider by itself. So what you're trying to do is you're not trying to catch, with this pattern, you're not trying to catch the rebound using this pattern. You're trying to catch the rebound using Wave Rider. But on the bounce, see, it probably won't, let's just assume that it got all the way down where it's supposed to, it probably wouldn't get into the zone. And so that, which really doesn't matter. As long as we ended up underneath the channel, then the elastic pulling back up on that first blue bar, there you go, do the buy, and it doesn't matter. And that's, because it should take out the high. Well, I don't know about this. Well, maybe it would. See, you saw what happened yesterday at 12:30. Boy, it not only took out the high, it kept right on going. 10 points on Friday. Just an amazing 10 points on Friday. So that's the pattern I look for.